There we go.
All right. Looks like both of our runners opting for the Sanctuary opening and gonna find the flute. So we're gonna have some movement tech early in this scene.
Yes, indeed. They are probably gonna head over and activate it really fast, really quickly as well. Oh, they are both doing the hula hand strat, I think, first.
Tell you what, I actually kind of like this in Keysanity because having that money early takes a lot of pressure off the table. Also opens up the pot. Zora a little bit earlier, rather.
Yeah. It almost seems like it's a little more random if you get money or not in Keysanity mode.
Oh no, Dragon missing the Hulahan setup. Let's see if Ecos gets it. Yep,
Yes.
Ecos gets it the first try, so that's very unfortunate.
Dragonstrike will try again. Hopefully he gets it this time.
Meanwhile, Ecos going back and doing Link's house, finding a full heart for his troubles. Very good to have that survivability early on in a match. And there we go. Dragonstrike gets the Hulahan this time.
Ecos is probably gonna farm some bombs in these bushes. Try to get them for free.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot more of this southern route early in the game. I mean, we're seeing a lot more of people going this way because you're got a very high percentage of getting that initial bomb.
Yes, and it can be a gamble to go into Kakariko without one.
Absolutely. Looks like Dragonstrike's going to opt to take the sign with him. Going to opt to get a kill on one of these blue guards and then do a tier 1 tree pool.
Oh, he gets bombs from the 3.
Oh, that's excellent. So now the nice thing is he'll have 4 bombs going in, so he won't have to worry about buying bombs at all for the initial part of Kakariko.
He still might need it for South Shore, unless he finds another way to kill the mini Moldorms. So we'll see what happens.
Nice thing, though, with having like a lot of locations you can check in bottom of the well, Blind's Hut, you have pretty good odds for finding bombs early on. And with finding 300 rupees in the Uncle chest, he'll be able to buy bombs if he absolutely needs to.
Yeah, just like Ecos just did. He wasn't happy with that one bomb and he didn't want to go farm bombs in the small hut. So he opted to buy some.
Only finding a quiver in the back of the tavern, gonna go check the chicken house now.
Dragonstrike is gonna check the Lumberjack cave to see if Aghanim is required or not.
Always a good initial check to make, and he's gonna go ahead and get another tier 1 pull to get 4 more bombs. This way he will not have to worry about buying them.
That's very smart.
Oh no, kills the bush crab. We will never know what that little helper was gonna have. Ecos, meanwhile, finds a small key to Ganon's tower on the bottle vendor.
I missed what was in the Lumberjack cave.
It looked like just bombs to me, but we'll have to wait for the restream and find out.
Just a compass in the mushroom spot.
Yeah, not terribly helpful, unfortunately. Great if you're doing a casual playthrough over multiple days, but the compass in this game mode, not terribly helpful.
There's a key to Misery Mire.
That's a little bit more helpful.
Yeah, you don't need too many of those. But, still nice. Key to Pod.
Now that is a very helpful item. Remember, we were talking about it earlier. You have to have at least 4 keys to be able to fully clear Pod. So those are going to be very valuable.
Yeah, and you want to be able to full clear it the first time you're there. If the items are laid out that way, that is possible. But you never want to double dip if you don't have to.
Absolutely.
They are both in blind set, pretty synchronized.
Finding a bottle of blue goo and a cane of brine, so they will getting a nice little safety item there, and going to be able to check Sick Kid now. Yes, that other cane that we don't talk about very much, but it's still a very useful cane. Dragon gonna go ahead and check the bottom of the well. The Ecos, he hasn't checked Sick Kid, has he, or has he?
I don't think he did.
I hope he comes back there and checks him, because Sick Kid oftentimes can hold a very important item. It's one of those things that's pretty easy to forget, too. Although they've done it in slightly different order, our players here are checking most of the same locations, what they call Sphere Zero. Called that because you need 0 prerequisite items to get there. And now Ecos is going back to check Sick Kid. We'll see what he's got here.
Ooh.
It is... Yep, that's an important one. You don't want to skip that one. That's the Moon Pearl.
Yes. Now all we need is lift upgrades and the hammer.
Yep.
And we will have Dark World access.
Very true. You need either both lift upgrades or 1 lift upgrade and a hammer.
Ecos is gonna go check the dig spots.
Well, finding the shovel as early as they did, I like this play because it seems very breadcrumby. Although we only find a dinner plate. Eco's not terribly happy about that. I think the shield does kill some frames, but, you know, it's still a nice little bit of defense to have.
If you get all the shields, it makes Laser Bridge so much easier when you get
Oh,
there.
yes.
Big 20 in the dam.
20, big.
Ooh, there's the
But
lift
that's a
upgrade.
big deal for sure. Yes, Power Glove. So now we're putting together some more of that Dark World Access kit. We just need the hammer, or we need the Titan's Mitts.
Which one do you think they will get?
I think they're gonna find the hammer. I think that's next on the list, but I could be wrong. I got a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, I'm thinking the mitts. I'm thinking maybe the mitts.
Eco's gonna have to be kind of careful here with bombs. He's gonna have to be very frugal about using them, because he doesn't really have another weapon he can use on these mini Moldorms. Oh no, down to 4 bombs. Gets the 2 for 1 though, and that helps.
Yeah. Oh, that was a close one.
He gets
Only
the
one
middle.
left.
Oh
Last
boy,
bomb.
1 bomb left.
Oh no!
No, that is.
Oh, he can
my
use the cane of Birna.
Yeah, blue goo and the cane of Brian backup strats.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Dragon going to the Lake Hylia shop to fill up on bombs. Not a lot of players remember that that's a place you can get them.
See, big 20 bomb upgrades. A compass to Ganon's tower and a piece of heart. Not too hype.
Oh, that's on a scale of 1 to 10. I give that a -2.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see.
And Eco's not happy about that at all, because you know he would prefer to have held on to that bottle of blue goo, because that's an excellent safety item.
Yeah, and all his bombs as well. He's gonna go buy some more.
He remembers where the shop is. The mini Moldorms are such a very erratic enemy anyway. It's very difficult to get good bomb placement on these.
Yes. They are... I've died there multiple times.
Although you can tell Dragonstrike has gotten his practice in for bombs, doing an excellent clear of Mini Moldorm Cave. 4 bomb clear. Unfortunately for his troubles, he will not find much of help. Eco's going to the Ice Rod Cave now. See what we've got in the fridge.
Oh, and there's our first sword.
First sword upgrade. That's handy. But Ecos is thinking, God, I wish I had this about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. Makes the mini Moldorms so much easier.
Dragon accidentally warping to 7 instead of 8. Now he's going to go over here. He's going to be getting his first fighter sword.
Meanwhile, Ecos is gonna go and do escape.
Well, with having a weapon now, the escape is a very good place to go. And also remember, he did not go here at first, so he still has the 2 chests by Uncle that he needs to check. Be interesting to see where Dragon elects to go next. There's 2 possible divergent routes here. You can go check Eastern Palace, or you can go check Escape.
They can also flute up to the mountain.
That's a very good point, too. Although, up at the mountain, they'd only have 1 spot they could logically check right now, and that is actually inside of Spectacle Rock.
Yeah. Rescuing the old man, I mean, without the lamp is not too hard, but it's still a sequence break and not accounted for in the logic.
Eco's going to be doing the escape sequence, whereas Dragonstrike electing to do a fake flipper glitch. Now remember, he has the Moon Pearl, so he can get back there and check Waterfall Cave.
And he's 12 rupees short of buying the item from Sora, so he might be killing some enemies on his way up there.
Well, but Hobo might have a rupee count, you never know. The mirror in the first chest in Escape, that's a big find. That suddenly allows access all the way up to Tower of Terror on the mountaintop.
And also when they get Dark World access, it will be so much easier to navigate back and forth.
Oh yes.
Dragonstrike doing the fake flippers again from Hobo.
That can be a bit of a difficult trick to learn. It's a very pixel-specific jump that you have to do, but you can do it. Also, with getting the 50 rupees from Hobo, he now has enough to be able to check. Meanwhile, Eco's finding his second sword upgrade down in Escape, so now he'll have a little bit more powerful weaponry.
And he can, after getting this last chest, he can mirror out and go check the first chest in Aghanim's tower if he wants.
Absolutely. Now, Dragonstrike's doing what they call the water walking glitch here. The only way you can do this, you have to have the Moon Pearl, and you have to fake flipper into this cave. And when you walk out, the game will think that you are, I believe, in the Dark World. And so it will actually allow you to walk on top of the water unencumbered.
Eco's got another key for Palace of Darkness.
Again, those are very valuable. And Dragon finding our second shield upgrade. So now we know where 2 of them are. Dragon's going to have to be very careful here, though, because he can absolutely be sniped. A big key, and it is the big key to Ganon's Tower. The Kingfish has the key. That's a big find. Best 500 rupees you'll ever spend.
Yep. It's not an item they need yet, but it's an item they need to finish the game, for sure.
Oh yes, got to have it. Meanwhile, looks like we had a couple of donations or subs, Thaddeus1000 and Speed2 Swagduck. Thank you both for your generosity. We very much appreciate your support here. It helps us to bring these tournament races to you. So thank you for everything that you do.
Ecos is doing Aghanim's Tower. I think he can only get the first chest here.
Logically speaking, I believe you're right.
It's a small key to Thieves Town, and meanwhile Dragonstrike is entering Eastern Palace. He does not have the big key yet.
Only be able to check 4 chests as opposed to 5 right now, although that could change if he finds the vanilla big key location. Well, if I found a big key, just not this palace. Desert Palace.
Which they do have access to with the... No, they need another... They need the Titans-Smiths, right? To use the portal.
In order to get to, as far as the one by Kakariko, yes, they absolutely do. But here they just need the hammer and the single upgrade.
Dragonstrike finds the hook shot.
Wow, that's a great find to have early.
Makes going to the mountain a lot more attractive now.
Oh yes, and Eco's finding the mail upgrade in the back of Sahasrah's closet. So very good safety find early.
Indeed.
I don't believe Dragon actually went and checked Sahasrah, so you'll have to make sure he does that on the way out.
But he do not have the mirror, so I'm not thinking he's gonna... Maybe he will death warp, but I'm thinking he's gonna save and quit.
We'll have to see. Tower of Hera small key, that's actually a pretty big one too, because it does allow access to the basement. Could be a trolley lead, but you know, if something's important down there, then you want to have it.
It's so easy to forget to go back there if you don't do it the first time.
Oh yes. Dragonstrike opting to do this room in the dark. Now remember, this room is, or this chest back here is going to be out of logic so far. But this set of dark rooms is generally pretty easy to get, so a lot of people feel comfortable doing this 2 dark room setup here.
Eco's got his hookshot, and he's right behind Dragonstrike.
And a big 20. Oh, he is going to save and quit. Unfortunately, he is going to miss that mail upgrade for now. May not be a huge thing. It just depends on how well he can avoid hits. But I myself, I personally love having that mail upgrade because it doubles your effective health pool.
It's very nice, especially for the later dungeons. That can be a little dangerous if you don't have a lot of health or any upgrades.
Absolutely.
Ooh, there's the Ether medallion. That's the first of the medallions. We don't know which one they need yet.
Actually, no, we do not know what they need yet, but, I mean, they've got one of the 3 potentials. We are still on the hunt for either the hammer or the second glove upgrade. Dragon gonna opt to do the front half of Escape now, so he'll be happy. He'll find that mirror, he'll find the Master Sword. He'll be feeling pretty good after he does this.
Eco's having a little bit of trouble hitting the switch, but there we go. And he will save and quit as well.
All that work for 20 bucks. Dragon making excellent use of that hook shot allows you to pick up items from a distance. That way you don't have to actually expend the steps to walk out there and get it. Personally speaking, hookshot's one of my favorite items because it allows you to do that, and also with the localized speed tech by grappling onto different things, makes you be able to go a whole lot faster.
Yeah, if you don't have the boots, the hookshot can in many cases make up a little bit of that. And also it can damage some enemies, it can stun others. It's a very nice item.
Oh yes.
Ecos is rescuing the old man in the dark.
And we'll see what we get for our troubles. It's just a little bit of love. Dragon finding his small key to pod. I believe that means they found 3 so far, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Only need one more, and then a couple of items, and they will be good to go. And also the big key, of course.
Oh yes.
Bomb
upgrade.
Not
Yep.
too exciting.
Well, it can be exciting, just depends. Looks like Ecos is going to be opting to do the right half of Death Mountain, so I do like this play because, statistically speaking, there are more spots to check over here, although you will be able to do most of Tower of Hera. Oh, no, wait, no, never mind, you can't because you don't have the big key yet. So actually, yeah, Tower of Hera, not a strong play yet.
Only 3 items in there for them right now. If they find the hammer, they can get there anyway.
Oh yes.
No hammer downstairs.
Dragon gonna find his blue mail upgrade, so now X can finally use shotgun ice. God, please tell me I'm not.
Ooh, there's the myths.
Ah, so you were right. You were absolutely right. The
Let's hope
myths
for the
were
hammer
the first
too.
one.
Let's be greedy and hope for the hammer as well. Nope, no hammer.
Nope, 0. Although we did find a castle tower small key, so that second chest is within reach.
But this means they can still get over to Tower of Hera after going to the Dark World.
Yep.
And then using the mirror. Shield upgrade on Floating Island.
And Rywek asking who of us is who. I am Jaxus, the loud, boisterous me over here.
And I'm Shah, the Norwegian guy.
Eco's doing what they call the walk of shame, going down Spiral Cave without boots. It does take a while, but could find a good prize at the bottom.
5 rupees? I don't know.
Yeah, I said could find a good prize. But with mirror and hookshot in hand, now you can come down here, use the mitts, uncover this portal, and now you can check the Super Bunny Cave. You can also check Hookshot Cave and the Floating Island.
And you can get over to Tower of Hera afterwards, use the mirror.
Eco's using the hook shot to squeeze past those last set of blocks. It's a little bit faster than using the mirror.
The red boomerang. That's a nice item if you don't have anything else. It's not super useful otherwise, in my opinion.
Dragon actually going to make the gamble and go into Tower of Hera. Now, even though he has the small key, remember, he does not have a fire source, so he cannot check the basement.
Oh, that's true. Finds 2 bomb upgrades. That gamble was not rewarded.
Well, still, it was. I mean, it could have paid off really well. You never know.
Yeah,
And not
it's
too far out of this realm.
Yeah, it's really quick to just jump down, and then you're on your way to the right side.
Ecos finds the cape in Hookshot Cave and the other boomerang, the true meringue.
The blue meringue.
Ecos opting to save and quit. We did find out that Bombos is required for Turtle Rock, so a good little bit of intel there.
He have the Titan Smith now, so he has a lot more options for where to go.
Yep, your Dark World access is open if you go through Kakariko Village. Dragon gonna be happy. He's gonna find his Mitt upgrade. Looks like Ecos is going to be making a dip into Skull Woods. Now, statistically speaking, Skull Woods is a very profitable place to go, especially in 27 and 28.
You don't need any keys to check the first few chests. Only the big key if you want to check the big key chests.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Finding a piece of heart in the first chest, not terribly helpful. Also, don't forget, the boomerang is the only item that will actually stun Gibdos. And those Gibdos hurt. So definitely nice to be able to put them in their place temporarily.
And he have to go through the Gibdo room now, since he doesn't have a key, a small key.
Yep. Now, logically speaking, from what I understand, there is always a small key in this room, because otherwise you'll lock yourself in here and have to save and quit out. So there's always a small key in that spot.
Is that the only forced chest item in Keysanity?
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure. So if somebody in chat knows, please feel free to speak up, because I'm not 100% sure. Eco's going to have to be very careful dodging around these Gibdos and this Wall Master. It's a very trolly enemy. Been trolling for well over 30 years.
Only big 20.
Unfortunately, Skullwood's turning out to be a bust. But still lots of places to check here. I mean, you've got the mirror, so you've got access to Cave 45, you've got access to the Frog, you've got access to Thieves Town, you've got access to all of the Village of Outcast chests. I mean, a lot of real estate to check here.
Ecos is checking C-shaped house, and there's the hammer. Oh,
There's
that's a good
our
find.
hammer. That's going to give us access not only to all of the chests in Thieves Town, but it's also going to unlock the eastern half of the Dark World. So that's a very good find to have there.
And there's the big key for Thieves Town. That's a very nice place for it.
Well, we know what we're going to be doing. Time to clean out the den. Dragon's going to be going to Skull Woods. He's not going to be very happy with what he finds there, though. And a big key to Tower of Hera. That's another place we can fully clear now.
We still need a fire source for the basement.
And kill the boss, at least, for what it's worth.
Yeah. We don't know if it's crystal yet.
That is a very good point you make there. Also, we don't know if it's because the music is randomized. You don't know what you're going to be getting into. Look, another big key. So it looks like the thieves had all the keys.
Ice Palace. It's not a very useful key. You can do a slightly different route if you don't do the bomb jump. It can be useful. And also, of course, to get the big chests. But other than that...
Suddenly, if Ice Palace Big Chest has bow in it, or something equally valuable, suddenly that key becomes very important.
Yeah, that's true. Dragonstrike trying to kill the Gibdo instead of stunning them. Takes a little bit longer.
Yeah, you see a lot of different strats on display in here, so I mean, oftentimes you just have to go with whatever you're comfortable with. Because at the end of the day, dying is always the costliest route to go.
Indeed. I prefer having the Cane of Samaria. Makes that room so much easier.
Oh yes, it trivializes that room. Dragon opting to go check Bumper Cave.
Interesting.
Hey, look at that! Cane of Samaria in Thieves Town. Thieves had all the good stuff.
And that distracted me just enough so I didn't catch what was on Bumper Cave.
We'll get it on the restream here in a minute. I missed it on the restream. That's really bad.
Hopefully chat can help us out.
I think it was just a piece of heart. Dragon, meanwhile, finding his hammer, so he's going to be very happy about that. He's going to actually opt to check the bombable hut as well while he's down here.
Yeah, get some more overworld stuff out of the way before heading into Thief Town.
Another heart container, another safety. I like it.
Ooh.
And silver arrows.
So Ganon's not gonna be too hard today. They only have the Master Sword so far, so having silver arrows, then you know you don't have to do Master Sword Ganon.
Yeah, because that's not fun at all.
That's about 1,000,000 spin slashes or something like that.
52, actually, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's not fun.
And by the way, let's just point out all the good stuff we have found in Thieves Town. All the good stuff. Now we just have to wait to see what Blind himself is holding.
Oh, he has an insect pun.
So that's why he kept a net in the basement.
Ah, yeah.
Ika's going to have to be kind of careful here. It looks like he's got this pretty well in hand, but Blind can snowball on you pretty quickly. But he takes him down, no problem. Let's see what he's got. 300 rupees. That's good, but it's kind of anticlimactic.
They already been to Sora. They don't need that much anymore. But if they want to buy some bottles, some potions, I mean, it's nice.
Well, never overlook the power of a safety. I mean, having a blue potion can come in very handy. In chat asking about Master Sword Ganon with no silver arrows. It is 12 splashes, or 12 spins for the first phase, 12 for the second phase, 4 for the third phase, and 24 for the fourth and final phase. You add those up, and that's 52. So basically, draw a card every time you hit Ganon with a spin attack, and you will go through the whole deck before you kill him.
It's not a good time. I usually only have to do like 10 and then I'm dead, so... Ecos is
Let's see,
doing
how
a
many-
digging game.
How many digs you think? I'm going to say 15.
I'm gonna say 20. Oh.
Oh, nice rod. That was 14.
15? 14?
No, it was 14.
Ah, okay.
Close.
They got the ice rod, but they still don't have a fire source.
They have an ice source. Does that count?
Well, it's hard to light torches with ice.
Dragon gonna have to be careful here, down 2 hearts. Gonna have to be real careful in this stretch. I still don't know what the stun prize pack is in this game. It's something that usually a lot of people like to check, because if it's a heart, or if it's, you know, a fairy or something to that effect, it's often good to have that information.
I don't think we've seen it yet. The mushroom.
Mushroom smiths. Okay, I can dig it.
And he's gonna grab the chest at the same time.
Might as well while you're here. Now, Dragon still has his blue potion, I believe, and he has the cape, so he's sitting pretty good. And he's got the cane, so he's should be fine.
Kane makes this fight very easy.
Oh, yes.
He also have the fire shield, which actually helps in this fight.
Helps a ton in this fight. Doing it with only taking 1 heart of damage, that's a pretty clean blind fight right there. That's a very good fight. Stumpy only had an Ice Palace Small Key, and there's the bow! Cave 45 coming through with the bow. That's huge.
It's very, very nice. They, especially since they have the silver arrows, makes the bow so much more powerful.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Looks like he's gonna check the hype cave before delivering the chests.
My God, it's gotta be more hype than the last cave was. Although the last hype quote cave was, had mitts, and that's good, but hopefully this one's better.
But we are... there's not too many items left. There are a
Fire
few.
rod, lamp, bombos.
Yeah, true. Keys, also keys. We need some more.
Small key to Swamp Palace. Oh,
Oh,
red mantle and a piece of heart.
Red mail is always nice, but nothing too useful in there. Small key to Total Rock, I guess.
Dragonstrike gonna go ahead and check Peg Cave, and he's gonna get his mushroom, which we still don't know what that's gonna unlock. Could be something good. Dark Palace Small Key, that's 4. If you know how to hammer yump, you can full clear Palace of Darkness at this point. Ecos look like he's going to be setting up the fake flipper glitch here. Be interested to see what he does with it.
He might be going to Ice Palace.
That'd be an interesting play.
Or...
Oh, no, wait. No, he couldn't be going to Ice Palace. He has neither Bombos nor Fire Rod.
Oh, that's true. Did he not check Hobo?
I don't think he did. He's only going to get 50 rupees for his trouble. Hey, he hasn't checked. Has he checked Zora? I know Dragonstrike did. I don't think Ecos has though.
No, I don't think so.
But he's got the money for it.
And while he's doing that, Dragonstrike is gonna catch up and they are gonna be exactly tied.
Yeah, so far it's been kind of almost too close to call. Ecos did have a lead there for a while. Now I'm not so sure.
And their routes have been very similar as well.
Yes, very similar routes.
So what's the next play for these guys now? Is it pod or?
Well, let's see here. You have the bow, and you'll have 4 keys. If you know how to hammer yump, and if you know how to navigate dark rooms, I'd be tempted to go to Palace of Darkness, but that's just me.
And Bombos was on the ledge. I guess we already knew that.
Yeah, you gotta get flippers though to be able to get that little thing. Killer App 23 making a point that yeah, you can actually dive in there even if you only had 3 keys. So it's still, it's still a good play to make, even if you don't necessarily go for the full clear. Dragon gonna go to his hype cave and gonna get his red mail.
Where do you think Ecos is heading? Do you think he's gonna go check Pyramid Ledge and Big Fish, Catfish?
That is very possible. Yeah, I think that's what he's got on his brain right now. Which would it's not a bad play at all to make. Also, might again be thinking about Palace of Darkness in the back of his mind. It's like I said, we have 4 keys, do we not?
It's either 3 or 4. It might only be 3, but he can also deliver the mushroom on the way.
Yep, that is a very good point. You can route all of that together. Dragon has the same idea on his mind, so they're right back together again. I mean, these routes have been very similar.
Yeah, and now they have, after cleaning up stuff that the other guy had done, they are basically exactly tied now. And there's the flippers. That will allow them to get bombos, which will open up Ice Palace.
Oh, and they're going to be in the area. Remember, they can mirror right out and grab bombos, so very efficient routing coming out of this. Dragon, I think, is going to actually route in a graveyard ledge check. This is very interesting.
Oh, that's smart. When you get the flippers, you can do that pretty effectively.
Oh yes. And our mushroom got us $50. Only the mid-grade drugs, unfortunately. Lamp! Look at that! There's your fire source.
Makes Palace of Darkness so much easier.
Oh god, yes, you're not kidding. That's a big find right there. That is huge. Now, what's our catfish friend gonna have for us today? Hey, Tempered Sword. That's a good find. Suddenly again, it's getting a little easier.
Also, with finding bombos, they might be going to Ice Palace, and Tempered Sword makes calls there so much easier.
Oh, good lord, yes. The Cinnamon Cutlass makes that snowball a lot tastier. We see in chat, some people have no love lost for the catfish. He has been trolly from time to time.
But Ecos, he did not pick up bombos while he was there, did he?
Yeah, no, he didn't. That's very interesting. He has to know that he has to get it to get into Turtle Rock, right?
Maybe he forgot. Maybe he didn't think of mirroring.
Oh, that could be bad. That could come back and bite him. Hopefully he remembers.
Yeah, it's still gonna cost him a little bit of time going back there. There's nothing else in the area, so it's a total waste.
Now it's kind of isolated out there. Hopefully he goes back. And what'll be interesting here is to see if Dragon remembers to go get it, which he does. He remembers, yep, that floaty coin's important. I gotta have that.
Ecos is getting his lamp. It will be interesting to see if he goes back to Sura Ledge now, or if he goes somewhere else.
Oh, he jumped off. Oh, wow. Wow.
He's going to back of escape. He did not do those chests yet. I don't think there was anything too interesting there. Or was Ether there?
Ether was there.
Yeah.
And that's a very interesting pickup, but so far as we know, Ether's not required. It could be from Meyer, but we don't know for a fact that Ether is required. Remember, Dragonstrike does have Ether, so I gotta give advantage to Dragonstrike at this point.
Yeah, definitely with the Bombos pickup. That's the difference right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dragonstrike is gonna go clear out Hera. I think that's very smart.
I think Ecos is right on his heels, too. And of course, they've got that fire source now, so yep, Hera is totally clearable at this point.
We still don't know if it's a crystal or not.
We don't, but it's a pretty quick clear, so even if it ends up only being a pendant, it's still not a whole lot of time lost. And you do get 5 chests for your trouble.
That's true.
No, wait, it's 6 total, but they've already gotten 2, so they're going to get 4 new items out of this. Chat talking about all the wonderful ways you can prepare catfish for dinner. No love lost for that location at all. And since I am from the South, I can speak to the best way to prepare catfish is blackened with just a little bit of ketchup. Yes, ketchup. You heard me. Just a little bit of ketchup.
Big 20 in the basement, that's a waste of time.
That is very unfortunate there. Dragon gonna be the first to get to the upper floors of the tower.
They do not have the boots, so they cannot bonk back after opening the big chest. So they either need to do the bomb jump or go upstairs and drop down.
Looks like Dragon's gonna be opting for the bomb jump.
Oh,
Well, in a little bit. Oh god, maybe in more than a little bit. That's a 2-pointer right there. Well, let's see how Dragon recovers from this. I mean, he still has a lead. He has bombos, so just try to stay cool and he should be fine. Looks like Ecos is going to take the safe route here. He's going to make up some time on Dragon.
That might be smart. Falling down, as you saw, loses a bunch of time.
Magic powder. Interesting.
That can be something good, and it can be... Well, it's always nice to have powder for safety, but it can also lead to a key item.
Well, it does put Batman logically in the pool at this point. Although remember, you can do well. If you hadn't turned into the mushroom yet, you could do fake powder glitch.
That's true, but the logic is not going to account for that.
Yep.
Moldorm is down for ecos.
Spins the win. Just for another big 20.
But it is a crystal, so at least that's nice.
So the interdimensional tag team for Ecos and Dragon. Now, here's something interesting. While you're up, no, Ecos is going to do it. He's going to go check Spike Cave. I like this. Specifically because I've been burned by that place more than once.
And you're probably not going to be in the area again after this.
Oh, Dragon opting not to do Spike Cave. Depending on what's back there, this could be big.
Ecos might get back the lead now.
That could be the equalizer. Oh, just a big bomb bag.
That did nothing for Ecos.
Dragon thinking, I got the lamp, I got a key, I'm gonna go check that second chest in Aghanim's Tower. Wait, he never even checked the first one.
No, he didn't. Meanwhile, Ecos is going to Meyer area. And Ether is required for Meyer.
So Ecos is glad he picked that one up for sure. Got a big key here. Hey, oh, that's handy. Big key of Misery Mire, right next door.
Yeah. He can full clear that now, right?
Yep. I believe he can.
Just gonna check checkerboard K first. And he's
just
probably also he's probably also gonna go into desert. Or is he? Agina's Cave.
Yeah, Agina's Cave.
That's something that's very easy to forget about.
Dragon gonna opt to take the dive in the pod with only 3 keys in tow.
Heart container in Agina's Cave. They're starting to get enough hearts now that more heart containers isn't that helpful.
Well, and with red mail especially. I mean, they have very little to worry about for survival.
Ecos heading into Misery Mire.
Now, do we smash the birdie or drown the birdie? I want to see him smash the bird.
He's bombing it.
Oh, what? That doesn't count. It didn't go off.
This room in Mire might be my least favorite room in the game.
Without sword beams, it's a pain in the neck. Although
Yeah,
Egos
sword
does do a
beam-
pretty good job.
Yeah, if you have sword beams and boots, it's a lot easier. Ecos made it look easy.
Gannon's Tower small key for Dragon, not helpful, unfortunately. Gonna burn a key here to get to the vanilla big key location.
And it's another key.
It's a pod key! Look at that! It's a pod key!
That means he has... Or he had 4 keys, including the one he used.
Yep. That is very interesting.
Oh, the fire rod in Misery Mire.
That's a big find.
And I believe as soon as he picks up bombos, when he remembers, he will be in item go mode.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's a key item on the torch in desert. Like a big key or... Yeah, that's the only thing that can be there. That would require us, them to have the boots.
And we have a big key for Skull Woods. So we got that one. Not terribly helpful, but it's nice. Dragon opting not for the hammer, you know.
He might do it on his way back, so he can mirror afterwards.
If he knew how to hammer yump, he would have all the keys he needed to complete this place.
There's another small key for Turtle Rock. Oh, he's skipping. He's skipping the
Harmless Hellway.
Yeah. There's the big key to Turtle Rock, and are they still missing the big key for Palace of Darkness? Right?
I think they are.
So that's the only item that can be on the torch in Desert Palace, which would make boots required.
Dragon gonna opt to take out Armos Knights while he's in the area. Now, we don't know if it's a pendant or if it's a crystal, but we have really seen very little mention of Swamp Palace so far.
They just recently got the flippers, so it wasn't an option until then.
Uh-oh. Dragon doesn't have the big key for Eastern. He can't do anything.
That's true.
That's unfortunate right there. Dragon gonna opt to do Misery Mire now. He's gonna be very happy when he finds that Fire Rod.
Yeah, that will put him in maybe item go mode as well. It's very unlikely that they will need the boots.
Possible, but not likely. Eco's making very quick work of Vitreous here. Those silver arrows are extremely powerful in that fight.
And it's a pendant dungeon.
Nah.
Let's see if he does desert next. Yeah.
Well, you're in the area. Might as well at least take a check. Small key for Hyrule Castle. Well, that'd be great if we had to go kill Aghanim.
Half magic, that's a very nice item.
Yeah, that's it's not strictly required to complete the game, but oh, what a good quality of life item.
Especially for places where you need a fire rod, like Cold Stare. Or they have Temper Sword now, but it's still nice.
It's still extremely nice.
Yeah. When you're doing Ganon, you don't even have to think about magic.
Afrohawk asking where was Bombos? That would be Zora's Ledge.
And we think Ecos might have forgotten while he was in the area. He was at Catfish and he did not go to pick it up, so it might have slipped his mind. Hopefully he does remember and will go back there.
I wasn't paying attention, but the first time through Mire, but it looks like there was a Palace of Darkness small key in here.
Yeah, because Ecos has 4, and there's 1 in Palace of Darkness itself. But they still don't have the big key.
Nope. Looks like Ecos will get the 2 cycle here on Landmolas.
And that's the 3rd crystal. Do you think he's heading to Pod now, or? He doesn't have the big key. That's the only thing that's missing.
Yeah, you have to wonder if he says, okay, I've got plenty of keys to get in there. I just need the big key, and then I can do that in one fell swoop.
Yeah. So he's heading back to Skull Woods. See, maybe if the big key is there.
Well, it very well could be. Dragon opting to do the torch room in Misery Mire the old-fashioned way. Wait, no, he doesn't have the fire rod yet. He has to do it the old-fashioned way. Although, remind me, where was fire rod in here?
Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Was it in the big chests?
I'm not sure. I want to say it was in the the chest after the gate bridge or the graded bridge, but I'm not 100% sure.
We'll find out soon. I think if Ecos finds the big key to Turtle Rock instead, maybe he... Or... Does he... He has the big key for Turtle Rock.
There's the fire rod. That's the one we needed.
Yeah, you're right.
Only a nickel in that chest down there, so a bit of a strikeout for Ecos.
Oh.
So now, if you're Ecos, what's on your mind at this point? Like, what is going through your head? You've got 4 Palace of Darkness keys. You've still don't have bombos. What's going through your mind right now?
I'm thinking as soon as I finish Motula, unless I find the big key for Pod, I would pick up bombos and go to Turtle Rock. Because you can full clear Turtle Rock.
Mm-hmm.
It will make it slightly less chance of having to double dip Palace of Darkness. So.
Only finding a bomb bag upgrade for his troubles. Well, and a crystal, which, you know, that's kind of important, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Also, something worth mentioning, but I don't think anybody necessarily caught. You have to be careful going down into Mahula's room, because if you're over that pit and a Wallmaster comes down, a Wallmaster can grab you while you're falling down the pit. So you do have to be kind of careful with that timing.
Yeah, sometimes you see runners, they pause a bit, and as soon as they hear the Wallmaster come down, that's when they will jump.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Dragonstrike saying bye to the eye. Gonna get a red pendant for his troubles.
And a red is gonna do the big bomb.
Oh, the double-chested fairy. Be interesting to see what she has today.
Dragonstrike is gonna do Desert Palace now.
Yep.
get his crystal.
Double checking, make sure he's got everything he needs. I don't blame him.
Key to Mystery Mire, and there's the big key
That's
for
the
Pod.
one. That's the one we need. Big chested fairy's gonna really pay off today.
So now, if I'm Ecos, I'm heading straight to Pod.
Yep, you got everything you need. Although he doesn't know it yet, but that 5th pod key is in Pod.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna pick up Bombos. He remembers now.
Oh, what? Well, you know what? He picks up Bombos. I have to give him the advantage at this point. He'll have a lead over Dragon.
Yeah, because Dragon doesn't know where the big key is for Pod yet.
Yep. Megaboris, she had the big key to Palace of Darkness. That's a very important find. And yes, we are in item go mode. We have all the normal items we need to complete the game. We're just waiting for keys at this point.
Yeah, and depending on which dungeon is the final pendant dungeon, they might have everything they need. Right?
Yeah, actually, you're right.
If Swamp Palace is a pendant, they are in actual go mode.
Dragonstrike opting to use silver arrows to try to defeat Landmolas. This can be a bit of a difficult fight, depending on how your aim is with the bow. But with the ketchup claymore, it's not too bad of a backup weapon to have. So yeah, depending on how Ecos routes this out, he will be able to do Palace of Darkness in one fell swoop, and that will be huge for him. Dragon, with Fire Rod in tow, is going to go back and say hi to Mothula. Actually, that's a good point. Do we know if Pod's a crystal or not?
Yeah, it's crystal number 4.
Okay, yep, it is a crystal. Very important to have.
So the last pendant or crystal is either Turtle Rock or Swamp. And we don't even have the small key for Swamp yet.
Nope, we sure don't. I see those grubs in chat.
Wouldn't it be nice if the small key for Swamp was on the pedestal?
Well, I told you, I didn't want to call it twice because I did it once and got away with it. Not so sure I could get away with it a second time. It could be, though. And if Swamp is Crystal, that's suddenly going to be a very important piece of information.
They don't have the book yet, so they have no way of knowing.
Well, I think we can all agree blind pedestal pools are so much more interesting than non-blind pools.
Oh yeah.
Dragon with half magic, using the fire rod to make quick work of the Gibdos in this hallway. Very great weapon to have in here.
Yeah, especially with half magic. That room is so trivial.
You can unleash your inner pyro. Khalees, we're in item go mode. We don't know if we are in true go mode yet.
Ecos is about to get a key without the text, which means it's for the dungeon that he's currently in.
And provided he routes smartly, he's got all the keys he needs to finish this place, including the big one.
Now, because he got that extra key, he can open up the middle door. As long as he does the hammer jump, he should be good.
Oh God, that's right. Yeah, I hope he knows how to hammer jump.
I don't think he would open the middle door if he doesn't.
Oh boy.
And we don't know what's in this chest yet. Only 5 arrows, or an arrow upgrade.
I'm starting to wonder. Making me a little bit nervous not doing that hammer jump right off the bat.
Well, I believe it's quicker to do it on your way back. You get these chests first, and then you can mirror out afterwards.
That's true.
Because you don't have a way out afterwards unless you spend the key anyway, right? So you would have to run all the way back if you do the hammer jump first. He's getting the bomb out.
Oh, he's just fooling us doing the hammer jump from this direction. Okay, I see what you did there.
He got it. Now he just needs. One pixel too high. There we go. He got it.
He's got it. Dragon finding his Palace of Darkness big key. He's gonna be very happy to have that.
And he has cleared most of Pod, so he can go straight to Helmsor.
So let's see here. Then that's actually a lot closer than we thought.
Yeah.
Actually, very close race at this point. Probably separated by a minute, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less.
Eco skipped the chest you normally get first. He saved that for last.
That's interesting. But again, like I said, now our players are separated by not much time at all.
No, this is very, very close. It's gonna be exciting.
Oh, yes.
It will be especially exciting if they finish Turtle Rock and it's a pendant.
Mm-hmm. Interesting routing choice by Dragonstrike.
Yeah, he has 2 keys. He doesn't need to go this way. Maybe he forgot that he picked up an extra key in Mystery Mire.
He might be thinking that exact thing. So Eco's going to get a little bit more of a lead here. Not much, but a little bit. And it's getting to the point where seconds are starting to count. Still a very close race at this point. It is anybody's game. I wonder if Dragon's a little confused. Maybe he thinks he forgot something.
Oh, maybe he's gonna check the Hellway, or what's it called?
Oh, you're right. He is going to check
skipped.
him.
Yeah, he skipped that one the first time.
Well, depending on what's there, this could be big. We won't know until we get there and find out.
Yeah, it was. I believe it was just a 5-arrow capacity upgrade. So
oh God! Wait, yeah, you're right. Oh no!
It's a waste of time, but he doesn't know that that could be a small key for Swamp, for all he knows, right? I don't think he wants to come back yet another time to this dungeon.
Well, and he hasn't checked the big chest either.
Oh.
Oh, this is... I know why he's making the play, but oh, this is unfortunate. And the Ecos is going to build even more of a lead here.
Yeah.
But it's still lots of time left to go. I mean, there's still plenty of things that can happen.
Dragon bombs the big chest in frustration.
I would too.
Yeah, understandable. Dragonstrike needs there to be a twist.
Well, if Rando is good for anything, it is definitely good for twists.
Yeah, if Turtle Rock is the last crystal, then I'm afraid it's gonna be very tough. But what if Armos has the key to Swamp, and Swamp is the last crystal?
And still plenty of twists and turns in here. We just won't know until we get to that point. And also, chat pointing out, Swamp how a small key could be in its vanilla location, which happens a very high amount of the time, considering all the other locations.
Yeah. Especially with how few places are left.
Question, have we determined what Ice Palace is? Is that a crystal or is that a pendant?
I see it marked as a crystal, so, but I haven't seen it on the map or anything yet.
Well, they may be putting off Ice Palace because hopefully they're going to try to go mode that, because go mode Ice Palace is so much faster.
Yeah, that's true.
Ika's going to give us our first peek inside of Turtle Rock. Dragonstrike not too far behind, going to administer the coup d'etat to Helmasaur.
Now here's the thing, do you go mode? Do you just go mode Turtle Rock? And if it's a crystal, then you're good? And then if it's not, then you could come back in.
I don't know. I really don't know what the smart play would be.
Well, if Ecos checks everything and Dragonstrike go modes it, and it turns out to be a crystal, he could catch up quite a bit.
Oh, but I think though that go mode Turtle Rock, and I think someone in chat pointed this out, it's not much faster than a full clear. I mean, it's a little faster, but not on the same order of magnitude that Ice Palace has.
No, yeah.
Ganon's Tower small key, and 300 rupees.
There's only one small key they are looking for. Dragonstrike is going to Ice Palace.
Interesting. Finds an extra life.
More safety?
Oh, yes. Now, this is our first peek inside of Ice Palace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Be very interesting to see what we pick up. Well, I mean, $20, right?
Yeah. Not sure what they would spend it on now with all this safety. It almost looked like Eagles was gonna skip this chest, but he turned around. He needed that money as well. Big 20.
Well, you know, beer and wings, $20. It's important. Now, we're still not 100% sure who our clear leader is yet, but it will be known shortly. So still a very exciting race, and it is still very much up in the air, although I do give a slight advantage to Ecos at this point.
Yeah, it depends on what they find. Like if Dragonstrike finds small key for Swamp and it turns out Turtle Rock is a pendant, that's what Dragonstrike needs to get into the lead.
Yeah. And so far, we haven't found anything valuable in Turtle Rock, have we?
No. Nothing. I mean, money is valuable, I guess, but...
Thing of real value.
Ecos is checking out the Mimic Cave, and it has bombs.
More like a dud.
We still haven't seen Boots.
That's a good point. No Boots yet. Oh, Swamp Palace. Are you gonna go out and check? Say, what's in Swamp Palace? It's a crystal. Swamp Palace is a crystal.
Oh!
Wow.
Well, Dragonstrike still has a chance for sure.
Uh-huh. This race just got a lot more interesting. I mean, how about that? And there's the book!
Yeah, and if he goes and reads the pedestal now, it's gonna say small key to Swamp. That's that's what I'm hoping.
Oh god, did I dare call it twice? I don't know.
Oh, that was desert. They have 2 chests left in Desert Palace.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, this race just got a lot more interesting.
Ecos is approaching the laser bridge. He has half magic, so it's not going to be as hard as it can be sometimes.
Another extra life down in the Ice Palace big chest.
Oh, there it is!
Oh, there's the Swamp Palace small key.
Oh,
Oh,
and
my!
And he's in Gomo.
Bailed. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I do believe Ecos is in go mode, and I think he knows it.
Yeah. He instantly mirrored out.
Well, folks, I think that means we do have a clear leader now. It's going to be Ecos.
Ecos is not going to check all the chests like Dragonstrike is doing in Ice Palace.
I mean, there's still time to make up ground, but oh boy, I'd say Ecos has a sizable lead at this point.
With all the safety they have, it's very hard for him to make a big enough mistake that Dragonstrike can catch up. It could still happen, but
Yes, Gesellschaft, we were thinking it may not be valuable, but oh, were we wrong. So now, if I'm Ecos, I'm hauling it at this point. I don't even know that I would check any chests. I have Tempered Sword, I have Silver Arrows. Ganon is not going to be an issue. I don't think that I would check anything.
No, I agree. There's nothing like only the Butter Sword is something that could give you any type of upgrades, and yeah, you don't really need that. Not with Silver Arrows. Dragonstrike is taking down Coles there.
Gonna opt to melt the last eyeball. Piece of heart for his troubles. That'll give him another crystal under his belt, but he's gonna have to make some solid moves if he's gonna have a chance of catching Ecos. He's got to go to Turtle Rock, and like now.
Yeah, but there's on the bright side, there's nowhere else he should be going, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's any other plays left that he has to make. Although he has the book, he may think to go check Pedestal. I mean, who knows?
Oh yeah. No, he's going Turtle Rock.
This is the smart play. Hopefully he realizes once he gets that Swamp Palace small key that he needs to haul it out of there.
This is turning out to be a pretty quick seed.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It looks like we could have a sub 2 hour Keysanity seed, so really quite fast.
Yeah, and that doesn't happen too often. They found a lot of good items in the beginning, and they didn't have to double dip into dungeons too much.
I think the big thing was, in Ecos' part, that single dip into Palace of Darkness to get everything.
Oh yeah.
That was huge. I mean, it's such a time saver not having to double dip that place.
And he even wasted a couple of minutes having to go back for bombos. This has been very quick. sub 2 hour without boots.
Yeah, that's something else worth noting, that we haven't had boots at all. Looks like Ecos might get the 1 cycle in Argus. He does. I'm gonna opt just for spins on Argus. I don't blame him. It's pretty easy. You know, just it's not that much of a time loss to do that as opposed to trying to do rod strats.
You save the pause menu time if you don't go for it, so it's not that much slower anyway.
Chat asking if the butter sword imparts a major advantage. It really does not. It's not a big enough advantage that I would go looking for it at this point. It would save a little bit of time on Ganon, a few seconds, if that. Again, it's been mentioned in chat, all the enemies in the gauntlet died tempered in 1 hit, so it's not worthwhile to go out of your way to try to get butter sword.
Yeah, especially when you have silver arrows. Ecos is gonna do Ice Palace a lot quicker than Dragonstrike could.
Oh yes, because he's not even going to go after chests. He's going to do the Ice Palace bomb jump. I mean, he's on a mission at this point, and I think he knows it. You know, you got to wonder, do you think he feels like he's ahead at this point with only the single dip into Palace of Darkness and then just the way that things have panned out over the last 10-15 minutes?
Yeah, I would think so. Especially if he looks at its timer and sees, wow, only 1:43. It has been such a quick run. Like Dragonstrike is not doing a bad job either. It's just a couple of unfortunate guesses.
Yeah, I mean, I can't fault Dragonstrike at all. And now, bear in mind, I don't know that he's got enough time to catch up, but if he realizes that Turtle Rock is not worth completing once he gets to Laser Bridge and he bounces out of there, he may not be that far behind. It's still conceivable to catch up, although it's a long shot.
Yeah, if Ecos dies late in Ganon's tower, that's maybe something, or a couple of falls to Ganon.
Or that soft lock that can happen in the tower.
Yeah,
very
when all
often we see it.
Everything despawns.
Mm-hmm.
If you go up the stairs exactly as the flames go out, is that how it works?
Yep, it soft locks all the sprites despawn. It soft locks the game. You got to start all over again.
You can load a save, can't you?
Yes, you can load a save, I believe, but yeah, it would still be a massive time loss.
Yes, wherever you saved last.
Voidborn pointing out, he thinks that if you leave the tower in any way, it resets it. So if you could mirror out, you probably would be okay.
Okay.
But still, you have to climb that whole freaking thing again.
That's not fun.
Mm-mm. And Eco's putting on a almost flawless.
That was still a really nice fight.
Yes, it was. There's a map to Swamp Palace. Dragonstrike doing the exact same thing. He's going to go out and take a peek.
He
Finds
sees
out
the
it's a crystal.
You have to be frustrated now if you're Dragonstrike. But you're still... It's still a decent time. Would you think you were very far behind? Or would you even think maybe you're ahead?
Hard to say at this point. I really don't know. He might feel slightly behind, though.
Yeah. Eagles is having trouble with the squirrels.
Dead Rocks, runner-up for trolliest enemy in the Zelda series.
Yeah.
Behind, of course, our favorite Wallmaster.
Dragonstrike is about to find the key.
Yep. He said, nope, I'm out of here. Forget this mess.
Yeah.
I'd say we probably have, what, 6 minutes of separation? Somewhere in there?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Go mode's Swamp Palace isn't that bad. But he still has to climb up the mountain.
Yep.
Cannon Tower is maybe the only thing that's a lot easier in Keysanity mode than in normal randomizer mode.
Well, only because... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you don't have to find the big key, of course. Or normally you would have found it somewhere, most of the time.
Oh, hey, it's that time to get your guesses in for Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind. If you want to put a number in chat, I won't stop you.
Those who guessed Sora, they win.
Let's start doing that for Keysanity. Pick a number between 1 and 216.
Yeah. Well, there's 200 and a little bit because it can't be in the last 4 or 5 chests. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chests, yeah. Behind the big key door.
So between 1 and 212 is what you're saying.
Yeah. Slightly better odds. Not much. Do you think we'll see boots in validation chests?
I don't think we'll ever know what's in the validation chest. Sadly.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't check it at this point. Dragon's still opting to try to check a few locations. Again, every location he attempts to check is costing him just a little bit of time.
if you find the boots.
Well, that's actually a very good point. Boots can help close the gap a little bit, but again, I don't know if it's worth going out of your way to try to find them.
Yeah, with how little of the game is left, there's only so much time you can make up by having the boots. If you find them in the beginning, it's minutes saved. But at this point, it's merely seconds.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Ecos on Landmola's round 2. It'll make this a 2 cycle.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Dragonstrike is taking down Argus.
Absolutely melting through these little popcorn balls here.
Yeah.
And he also gets the 1 cycle on Argus.
He misses the first spin though, but second one hits and Argus is down.
Now he will be on his way up to the tower.
Echoes is running a little bit low on magic, not too much since he has half magic, but he's being careful with it, just in case.
He's gonna have to be careful, not let this happen. Okay, he's fine, he's safe. No soft lock. Dragon gonna make a detour and grab some potions.
Not a bad choice.
Well, and Dragon might actually feel like, given the time, he's actually on good pace. He might think, you know what, I just might be ahead, and I don't want to botch something on the end. So, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Ganon is still the X Factor.
No validation chest for Ecos.
Up, disqualified. Get out.
And this room without the boots. This is not fun.
He navigates it pretty well, though.
Yeah. He didn't have any trouble.
We'll see how Aga 2 plays today.
One hit on the first. It's a good setup.
Triple?
2 or 3. That was a double at least. So
It was a fake triple.
yeah.
All 3 hit, only... Oh, that's a strike.
Yeah, only 2 counted because of the timing. Ah, he misses.
Oh boy, that was an unfortunate formation.
Oh, he's getting trolled.
Just gotta calm down. Just gotta set up for that single hit and only need 1 more.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, you got it finally. There you go.
Just as Dragonstrike is entering Ganon's tower.
So it looks like about 6.5 minutes separating these two.
Breakfast
Ganon.
device.
Nutritionist extraordinaire. Telling us to eat whole grains, don't eat pork.
And Not sure what's going on with Ecos. I'm hoping he's fighting Ganon.
It's like Dragon's still making his way up the tower.
Nicely navigated through the spikes.
Yeah, it's always nice to make that room without getting a single hit. Always very good feeling there.
Yeah, and it's hard, especially if you have the boots, because it's almost just a gamble when you dash there. But he didn't even have to stop almost this time. Navigating through the gauntlet. He's doing a good job. Very nice. He's going into Landmolus.
Almost getting the 1 cycle on Landmolus. End up being a 3 cycle though, I believe.
Yeah, he's opting to go for source strats for the last few hits. It's pretty good Ganon's Tower by Dragonstrike.
Well, again, looking at the overall timing on everything, this has been a very solid run.
Yeah, definitely. Oh. Also going with lamp strats.
Again, always want to go back to what you're comfortable with, because even though it might not be the most efficient way to do it, not falling, not dying, that's always where you save time.
Yes, exactly. If you end up falling and have to do the whole cycle over again, it loses much more time than what you can save from using the fire rods.
Now, everybody's favorite boss, round 2. Getting the business. Is Dragon gonna do Dairy Queen?
Oh!
He does!
There we go. It wasn't the boots, though.
Heart-shaped candy, that's about it.
Yeah. Using the cape for this room. Can't blame him when he doesn't have the boots. Let's see how he kind of patterns he gets from Aghanim. 1 hit. This is a good one, I think. Oh, almost.
Almost. I mean, just grazed his ear with that one.
Needs 2 more hits. 1 and very nice.
Got him. Very nice Ganon fight.
This is gonna be a very solid time for Dragonstrike as well.
Oh yes. Anytime you can get it right around 2-hour mark, I mean that's booking it through Keysanity.
Yeah.
Dr. Ganon going to give us some more nutritional advice about how whole grains are very important for your amazing insides.
Oh, and Ecos' internet has come back finally. He has done and with a time of 1 hour 57 minutes and 24 seconds. That's a very good time.
That is a very good game to Ecos. We'll see if we can get him in here for an interview. Come on in here, Ecos. Well run, man. Good game. Very solid time.
Thank you. Oh man, that was actually quite a bit of fun.
Yeah. What happened to your internet in the end?
Right there at the end, apparently my internet service provider decided to just say, hey, you're not getting internet.
No. Well, it's good that it came back pretty quickly.
Did you have a very serious talk with your router?
A very serious talk? Oh boy, what'd I do?
Oh, very serious talk with your router.
Oh, with my router. Okay, gotcha.
So how did you feel during the run? Did you feel like you were ahead?
Honestly, everything that I felt like I was doing, like everything I did felt like it was just like everything just fell into place. I don't really want to say I fell behind. The only thing I really wasn't happy about was having to go back up to get the Bombos medallion from Zorledge. But aside from that, everything just felt like it was just one piece after another. So felt pretty good.
Especially being able to do pod in one go.
Oh
that felt nice.
Yeah, and I when I went into Turtle Rock, I was sitting there hoping and praying that Turtle Rock was a crystal, and then I found the map to Swamp, and I was like, I'm just gonna go out and check and see if that's a pendant or not, and it was a pendant, or it was the crystal. So I was like, oh crap! Now I gotta find the Swamp small key, and it was right there on Laser Bridge. I was like, okay, go mode now.
Yeah, very nice done.
So I do have to ask then, we're going to try to get Dragonstrike in here for an interview shortly. So you going back to get Bombos, that wasn't an intentional routing decision on your part, was it?
Having to go back to get it, it wasn't. I'll be honest, very rarely I find that there's something useful on the ledge there, so when I went up there, I kinda, as soon as I saw Bombos, like, had this, like, lump in the pit of my stomach. I was like, okay, now I gotta go find flippers to come back up here and waste more time, but I think it worked out overall.
Well, again, coming in with a sub 2-hour time on Keysanity, that is nothing to sneeze at. That's very, very solid timing.
That's my best time I've ever recorded with Keysanity. Typically, my Keysanity seeds typically end about the 220 to 230 mark. So getting a sub 2 was just amazing.
Yeah, that was a very, very good time.
Chat, we're still seeing if we can get Dragon in for an interview.
So did Dragon ever find the boots?
No, we don't know where
Okay.
the boots was.
Okay.
We still don't know where the shoes are.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was thinking of that could have possibly really thrown a wrench in things. But good to know he didn't find it.
Yep, we will never know. We thought that they were going to be in the validation chest, but turns out it was just some heart-shaped candy.
Gotcha.
That makes your time even more impressive. Sub 2 hours without boots. That's insane.
Well, thank you.
And we have Dragon coming in for an interview. We'll pull him down in. Hey, Dragon, good game, dude.
Dragon, are you there? Not sure if he can't hear us or if it's us that can't hear him, but
I think might be microphone issues. We'll give him just a minute.
Hello, hello.
There's the man. How you feeling?
Hi.
that was a pretty close race. You were. How were you feeling? Like, your time was so good that you couldn't have felt you were that far behind, right?
Yeah, wasn't that good, the race. I felt everything.
Well, I do have to say though, I mean, your final time ended up being around 2 hours and 3 minutes. I mean, that's still very quick for a Keysanity.
Especially without boots.
Yeah, that was the worst part. No boots. Man.
Well, we still don't know where they are.
Yeah, I never found them either.
So I have a question I want to ask both of you, and I ask this in pretty much every interview I do. We'll start with you, Dragon. Did you have a point in the seed where you felt like everything was just going incredibly smoothly? Like you felt like, hey, I'm hitting my stride, I'm hitting my rhythm. Did you ever find a point in that seed where you felt that way?
Nope.
What about you, Ecos?
I mean, throughout the entire seed, like I said before, it felt like everything was just falling in place one after another. I really felt good, however, after I got the Swamp Palace small key, because I never get to go mode both Swamp Palace and Ice Palace, so that felt pretty good for me at that point.
I imagine so. Now, asking both of you again, is there anything, like if you could go back and do this seed over again, is there anything that you would do differently this time? And I'll start with you, Dragon.
Everything. I failed everything. Even the hooligan. God damn it.
Well, that was kind of a tough setup there, but I mean, happens to the best of them. What about you, Ecos? If you could go back and do it over again, is there something you would do differently this time around?
The only thing that I would do differently, and I thought of it after I had already done it, would just be my, that Zora ledge. If I would have just gone to get the flippers off the pyramid first, then I could have just tied all that in together and saved just a little bit more time. And then, combining the mushroom into the catfish, something small like that, but being able just to mirror out from catfish and flute down to the mushroom and not really waste any time for green transition. Small things like that, but overall, nothing too major. I felt really good this race.
Yeah, I believe you had the flippers when you and the mirror when you checked catfish.
Yeah, I did.
But I guess you forgot about Bombos right then.
Yeah, I think I did forget about it at that point, and yeah, I was actually thinking about that. When I was going back up to get there, I was thinking, man, I should have just gone up here when I had, or when I went to go check the catfish, but it happens.
Well, it worked out in the end. You both did a good job. There was some minor decisions that ended up deciding this race. But, good job to both of you.
Thank you, and good job, Dragon. It was a lot of fun racing against you.
Yeah, GG, Echoes.
All right. Any final words out of you two boys before we get out of here?
The only thing for me is I've now met my expectations for this Keysanity tournament. I only wanted to win one match, so I've already met and kind of exceeded my expectations. So I was honestly fully expecting to go 0-5. So
What about you, Dragon? Any final thoughts for us?
Let's never do this again.
not for this week, at least. You get a 1 week break and then back at it again next week. But again, very well played to both of you. You know, I always enjoy watching your guys' matches. It's always interesting to watch two good friends of mine go at it. So I think you both played very well. So again, thank you very much for putting it out there for us and giving us a really good matchup here. So thank you both again.
all right, and thank you. And I'm gonna hop on out of here. You guys have a great day, and once again, Dragon GG, and wish you the best of luck in the remainder of the tournament.
Yeah, GG, and thanks, guys. See ya.
Do not forget, give both of these boys a follow. They absolutely deserve it for putting this out there for your all's entertainment. Follow my fellow commentator, Shah. I enjoyed going alongside you. Give a shout out to our tracker, Voidborn Beast. Thank you again for making sure it all stays nice and neat behind the scenes. Any final thoughts out of you, Shah?
No, I think this was a really fun race to watch, and I'm gonna get off now and watch some of the other streams that's going on myself.
Yes, we have lots of matches going on. Check out the entire family of Speed Gaming channels because we have lots of Keysanity action coming your way. Thank you guys again for tuning in. This has been Jaxus alongside Shah, live from the Nut House. We'll see you in a little while. Take care, everybody.